So while we're up here, we've got a chance to welcome Polish Thunder into the booth. Give a wave for the folks watching at home. This is Polish Thunder, who unfortunately is not racing for a title here this year, Darryl, but many, many years now in the league. You've been one of the leading developers for several seasons now. What do you make of the state of the DeepRacer League here in 2023 compared to when you got started?
Ooh, this is definitely going to be an interesting year. Like Ross said, North America specifically hasn't had good runs today. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Excited that dbro got such a great time, and my times are looking good for tomorrow morning, even though I've been knocked out. So we do have the reinvent open tomorrow.
You're going to try and do what you did last year and be the first qualifier?
Exactly last year. I always seem to have bad luck on the first part of the week, but did better later in the week. So did get a 14.284 average this morning, so looking good for tomorrow.
Polish Thunder is a two-time Atlanta Summit champion. He has been in the finals now, 3-4 years in a row?
This is the fourth year, and I've been participating in DeepRacer for 5 years now.
And when you got started, you had no experience with ML at all.
Or Python.
Or Python, right. Well, we'll talk more about that in a moment. Let's watch the action now as Duckworth is on the track. This is a former league runner-up, one of the top racers in DeepRacer. Quite frankly, I was really surprised it didn't factor in more in the first attempt, but this is a solid opening lap here at 18.224 seconds. What do you make of what you're seeing, Darryl?
Oh, this view is much better up here.
How about the model?
It is doing well. That is a solid model, very stable.
Lap number 2 now in the books at 16.719 seconds.
Looks like he's giving it some gas now.
Yeah. Now take us through the strategy of how you approach a run, working with that speed multiplier.
So with the speed multiplier, you still want to find that sweet spot where you're not really adjusting. So your entire run, you're finding that spot and you're really not touching it the entire run. Although with this track, it is quite challenging, so you probably end up maybe adjusting a little bit through the horseshoe, but overall, it should be nearly the same speed through the entire run.
Through the first 3 laps, no resets. That holds true after lap number 4. The new 3-lap average of 17.220 is good enough for 9th. You need to be 8th to keep going. So Duckworth still just barely on the outside looking in. Picking up the pace though here in the final 30 seconds. Average is down to 17.220, but he needs to beat 16.625. That's over half a second he needs to find here, Darryl.
Ooh, off track.
And because it's a 3-lap average, there's not enough time to put 3 strong laps together now. I think that about spells the end of this for Duckworth.
We definitely noticed that with the times this year with the average. That people are playing it safe quite a bit more.
Right. Oh, this is heartbreaking for Duckworth, champion at the Berlin Summit multiple times, scored the 3rd most points globally, racing virtually this year, but time has run out and he will not advance. Let's hear it for Duckworth, though. One of the heavy hitters eliminated, Darryl. I find that very surprising.
I'll see him tomorrow.
I'm sure. So many will be trying to qualify tomorrow as part of that DeepRacer Open, which you used with some success. Let's go back to your story, though, about how DeepRacer has completely changed the arc of your career.
It has. So prior to DeepRacer, I was a full-stack developer, mostly PHP and Node. And we had an internal event at work, and I did really well with it, and it got hooked, and that's actually how I learned Python. So not just machine learning, but there's other things you get upskill with DeepRacer. And I've gotten 2 new roles since at the same employer, and I think that skill set that I picked up with DeepRacer has directly contributed to that.
Yeah, would that have been possible without the experience you got here?
Yep. I don't think it would have been possible.
It's one of the great success stories of the league. And yeah, this is fun, and that's an end unto itself, but it also has a very practical application.
Yes, definitely, yeah. So maybe you're not using machine learning at work right now, but hey, I guarantee you're probably using Python.
We know that you keep coming back year after year. What is it about DeepRacer that's hooked you?
The friends. So
Yeah.
I've made so many friends over the 5 years of participating with DeepRacer, even going back 5 years ago, meeting JJ and Ray G. at the Toronto Summit.
Yep.
Ray G flying out all the way from Singapore just to go to the summit.
That was amazing, wasn't
Absolutely
it?
amazing. I flew up from Orlando and I was in town longer than he was. But have remained friends since. And last year, coming back to physical in-person racing here at the championship, it was nice to actually finally meet everyone in person. And now another year, we're get to meet hang out with my great friends from DeepRacer.
And make some new friends as well.
Exactly, yeah. We always have some new people qualifying, so definitely some new friends this year.
M. Crater, who's on the track right now. Not a first-time qualifier, but the first time racing in person, coming up from the South America region, and specifically from Argentina, where his children, Martin and Luisa, are watching on the live stream right now. So hello to the Crater family at home, and best of luck to Matt, who's on the track right now, trying to stay in the hunt with just 45, make that just a minute left here in this attempt. And as of yet,